poster. What's going on, you guys? It's your Huggable Hipster here, and welcome to part 1 of the Dark Souls 101 series. I'm so excited. Guys, I'm so excited for this series. Before we get into any of this, any series, any discussion on Dark Souls, anything, I want to put out a quick disclaimer because I feel like somebody's going to call me out on this. I want to make a disclaimer and state that you don't have to play Dark Souls. You don't have to play any SoulsBorne game ever, but this is purely for people who really want to get into the games and they feel like they just can't because there's some sort of barrier holding them back. I'm gonna help you with that, but I want to state that, you know, it's not a command. It's not something of where like you need to play Dark Souls or SoulsBorne games or anything like that to be a gamer. Like, play anything you want. Enjoy whichever game you want, play what you want to play. Don't be bullied into thinking that you have to play Dark Souls or SoulsBorne games to be a gamer, because that's simply not true, okay? I know that there are some assholes on Twitter that like to think like, get good, man. Get good is an endearing statement in the community that got twisted around and put on its head, and just, it got manipulated so much, and I hate that. So yeah, now that that's out of the way, and now that I said what I need to say, let's get into the video. This is a commitment. This is a commitment. Depending on what Dark Souls game you are starting with, don't start with 2. I still haven't even finished 2 yet because I'm so irritated at that damn game, but I digress. Well, let's get into these beginner steps in order to get into Dark Souls. Step 1 is download the game. I'm not being sarcastic. I'm not trying to be witty. I'm not trying to be, you know, it's a smart ass. Seriously. There is a certain barrier, I would say, with Dark Souls players and the general public, of where when we explain our love for Dark Souls, I don't know why I said it like that, we explain our love. Well, we explain our love for Dark Souls, and we try to convert other people into playing the games because we really love the series. As a community, we really love it, and we really understand that it is something that is a useful tool to better a gamer, to better their strategies, whatever it may be. We also understand that if we push somebody too far, then they just won't play it at all whatsoever. So it takes a lot for someone to even go buy the game, come back, download it, and mentally prepare themselves altogether for the journey they're about to embark on. When I first started in the Dark Souls community, it was back in June or July, I believe, and I was not prepared. I was not prepared. One of my friends, it was actually after I had watched the trailer. Someone had told me in my comment section, it was one of my friends who was like, you know, you should really try to play Dark Souls. Like, you know, they were so excited for Elden Ring, and at the time, before I even gotten into Dark Souls, it looked like everything I had ever seen, ever in a game. Like the magic, the stuff, the Witcher-esque vibes and everything, it just looked so similar. So when I took the chance because my friends were hyping the game up and saying like, oh, you should really like try it out. And also because I'm stubborn and I don't take no for an answer. And I want to prove to people that I can do it. Did I experience issues along the way? Of course I did. Did I experience bugs and crashes and all that kind of stuff? Because it's an older game. It's a newer remaster, but it's still an older game. Step 2, step numero dos. It's okay to die. Really, honestly, it is okay to die. I had to get this also really ingrained into my head that I was really supposed to die as much as I was in Dark Souls. Bloodborne, I died so many times I lost track. I actually tried to keep track of how many times I died in Bloodborne. It didn't work. It didn't work at all. So the order in which I went through the SoulsBorne series was kind of unorthodox, considering the fact that I didn't just go 1, 2, 3 for the Dark Souls and then go through the other SoulsBorne games. I went through this in the most weirdest way possible. I went through Dark Souls, then I went to Bloodborne, then I went to Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice. Oh, I could go into that game forever. Then I went into Dark Souls 2. Didn't finish that game because of just the weird mechanics and the way that the enemy placement is. It really pissed me off. And then I went into Dark Souls 3 after really just trying my hardest with Dark Souls 2. I got up to like, I think the middle of the game and I was like, no. And Dark Souls 3, I think, was the easiest Dark Souls of them all. Yes, I'm saying it was easy, fight me. And I think it's because I experienced all the other SoulsBorne games before I went into Dark Souls 3, it really prepared me a lot. By no means would I ever suggest you going through the same order that I did, because going from Dark Souls to Bloodborne, it's very different. What I will suggest though, if you want the whole range of experiences, is I would recommend going from Dark Souls 1, because Dark Souls 1, I think if you are getting into any form of SoulsBorne games, you need to play Dark Souls 1, and then go into Dark Souls 3, and then go into Dark Souls 2, because going into Dark Souls 2, after going into both of those games, will allow you to see the mechanics and get used to them before you head into that. This is something I can't do necessarily because I review games, but what I will suggest is stay as far away from the internet as possible while you're playing any type of SoulsBorne game. And here's why. So playing SoulsBorne games, you will get a very passionate part of the community that is not only passionate, but their passion is fueled with toxicity. So you will have normal players like me, like a lot of people on Twitter. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter, you'll see a whole melange of really great creators and great people who are on Twitter who just want the best for Souls players. But there's a part of the community that is passionately toxic about the Dark Souls games, just SoulsBorne games in general. And it's one of the most irritating things in the world, because when they say get good, they don't mean it in like a quirky, fun type of way. They mean it in a sense of like, it's almost borderline nasty. They took the term get good and they kind of manipulated it and twisted it to their own means. So you don't get, oh, you're gonna get better. You get, oh, you suck, get better. So yeah, they kind of, they twisted it a lot. Get good, it wasn't supposed to be something that's mean. It was supposed to be something of where it's like, endearing and positive and like, oh sweetie, you'll get good, you'll know what you're supposed to do and be better at it. So next I want to discuss the fact, and I think this might be my last point for today that I want to make as an introduction as a whole. Don't get discouraged. It's one of the beautiful things about SoulsBorne games that you can go in and you can literally create any world that you want. True, you might have an objective world that you need to deal with and an objective storyline that might be linear if you're going into Bloodborne and Sekiro, that is. But when you're going into Dark Souls games and we're going into Elden Ring and all those types, you can really create any type of character you want with any kind of build. Same goes for Bloodborne. Besides the story, besides, Sekiro's story, besides anything like that, you can create any type of build that you really want. With Sekiro, I will add, it's a little bit different because the build is already there. You're just enhancing upon it. So yeah, you can have like uniquenesses within the build and your playstyles can be different, but with Sekiro, it's pretty much all there for you, and all you have to do is enhance your weapons, enhance your technique, and that's what really makes the experience. But with Bloodborne and with Elden Ring and with Dark Souls games, you can literally create any type of character that you want, and I think it's so cool. So please don't get discouraged by the enormity of the games. Don't get discouraged by the fact that there are veterans out there who have been doing this for years. Literally, there have been people who've been playing the Dark Souls games before the remasters, before any of it came out. I was intimidated. When I came into the playing the series and everything, I was really intimidated. But don't be, because there are a lot of good people out there who are willing to help you and willing to understand that, hey, you're new at this, so just take your time and approach it at your own pace. In the next episode, I'm going to be covering on how to build your own character for beginners, so please stay tuned for that. And yeah, there's so much to enjoy with the series. There's so much lore. There's so much to really gain from experiencing SoulsBorne games that I'm really excited to see if anybody from this series that I post starts their SoulsBorne journey. It'll be really interesting. But if you guys like my face and what I do, please be sure to subscribe and hit the bell down below. I make videos every day on YouTube. It's at no set time currently. Just be aware. I feel like it's a little bit better for me, at least, because if I post with a set time, then I get stressed out. Not gonna lie, it's kind of stressful to like post at a set time currently with how crazy my days are, so just keep in mind of that. But stay casually nerdy, you guys, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye, you guys.